Hi friends, welcome back to Liz's Reading Corner, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Liz and I like books, and today we are doing something a little bit different from what I would normally read. I have decided to venture into the world of manga. These are all library books because I figured it was better to borrow from the library than buy books that I may not like. Really quickly, I've been terrible at editing videos and just getting things done lately. Uni has absolutely kicked my butt. I've had so many assessments and just so much work to do. So I apologize for my little leave of absence, but I have, I think, like 5 videos that I need to edit and get uploaded. So there will be quite a few videos coming very soon. And also the lighting is not great. It's a really dreary day today. So while the lighting may not be great, it is a really good day for reading, so we're probably going to get a lot of reading done today. That being said, I have, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 mangas that I have read or partially read. There was 2 that I didn't really enjoy. And so I thought I would just really quickly go through them and talk about them. I have, for a little bit of background, I have been watching anime since basically since I was a kid. I used to watch like Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z when I was a child, and Avatar. Some people consider that to be anime. And for the last probably 10 years, I've been like seriously watching anime, but I've never actually picked up manga. I just never thought to read it, basically, or it just never piqued my interest. But then, so I watched JD Ray Reads, I think that's how you pronounce her name, on YouTube, and she reads manga. She reads, I think her favorite series is like Ragnar Crimson or something, but my library doesn't have that, so I'll have to try and pick that up somewhere and see what that's like. And so because she was so positive about reading manga and about how good the series are that she reads, I thought I would just try a couple of different ones. I just chose just a whole bunch of random manga I haven't actually seen, or I don't know if any of these have been turned into anime. I just chose a whole bunch of different ones from just different categories or different genres, and I just thought I would see how it goes. When it comes to anime, I'm kind of like, I don't have like a specific type of anime that I prefer. I just will watch it, and if I like it, I'll continue watching it. If I don't like it by the first episode or the first 2 episodes, I'll stop watching it. But I watch a whole range of genres when it comes to anime, so I thought I would try the same with manga. Like I said, I DNF'd 2 of them, so I'm going to start with those. So I DNF'd Ruby by Bunta Kinami. I've probably butchered both of those pronunciations, but I got about 10 or 20 pages in and I just did not enjoy this at all. I just didn't enjoy the story. I thought I would enjoy it. It would probably be the kind of anime that I would watch, but when it comes to manga, it just did not keep my attention. I didn't continue reading it. And Demons of the Shadow Realm by Hiromu Arakawa. So this one is a story about a set of twins that are born, and they are basically their birth basically means that the end of the world is coming. I don't know, this one, I got about halfway through this one because manga is not, or doesn't seem to be very like long. There may be 200 pages at the most. Yeah, I just didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy the story. I didn't enjoy the characters. The story actually kind of makes no sense because you start in this like this village that seems to be like a medieval village, but then all of a sudden helicopters come in and like the secret services come in and they're like slaughtering everyone, and it made no sense to me. I'm sure if I'd gotten to the end it probably would have made more sense, but I just I couldn't finish it. It did not interest me. Here we are, DNF'd. I promised myself that this year, if a book didn't interest me, I just would not finish it. So I tried really hard and I couldn't with that one. But the manga that I did enjoy, so I read, I don't even remember what order I read this in, Ado by Amana Jaku. This was really interesting. We start off with this woman who saves this child who is just like standing in the middle of the road and almost gets hit by a truck, and he then goes back and he finds her, and she feels obligated to basically just look after him, and then she finds out that he's actually an experiment that has escaped from a lab and he can turn into a plant. This was amazing. I loved this. This wasn't the first anime that I read. This was actually This wasn't the first manga that I read. This was actually the last one. I literally just finished it last night, but I could not go to sleep until I had finished it. I loved this story so much. So I also read Sakamoto Days by Yuto Suzuki. This is basically a week in the life of Mr. Sakamoto. He is an ex-hitman. He, on the first day, has this hitman Shin come in. Shin is meant to be there to take out Mr. Sakamoto. That's his job. But Mr. Sakamoto is his idol and he doesn't want him to die. And so they end up going back and taking out the entirety of the gang that he used to work for, and Shin ends up working for Mr. Sakamoto, and basically just goes through like a week in the life of Mr. Sakamoto and everything that happens within that week. And it is like every day is not boring. Each day is very different and no days are boring. It is actually really interesting. It's a really fast-paced manga and I really enjoyed this. This one was one of my favorites. Oh my gosh. Ex-Yakuza and Stray Kitten by Riddle Kamimura. This was amazing. I loved this. This is told from the perspective of this stray kitten. It's like a 6-week-old kitten that has been abandoned in a box on a rainy day, and he is picked up by Jin. So the kitten's name is Sabu. Jin names the kitten Sabu and takes care of him, and Sabu realizes very quickly that Jin is not just a normal person, that he's very obviously like affiliated with a gang or something like that, and spends the whole time being afraid of Jin. And then he finds out right at the end, spoiler if you haven't read this or if you are interested in manga, he finds out right at the end that Jin actually runs a cafe that has stray animals. So it's like a cafe that you can go to like pet and interact with the animals, and all of them are like strays or rescues basically. So this one was actually really heartwarming. I loved this, and I absolutely will be finishing this entire series. I loved it so much. Bonus points because it's got cats in it, and if we owned our house, would be a crazy cat lady. So there is that. So the last book that I read, but was actually the first because for some reason these ended up going in backwards order, was Shadow's House. This is manga about family who are basically shadows, and they, when they feel any kind of emotions, give off soot. So we follow Emliko, who is a living doll. So the Shadows family creates living dolls in order to represent themselves, basically. And so once the Shadow member, the family of the Shadow house, once the member of the Shadow family becomes an adult, they get given a living doll to represent them, because no one can see their features. So their living doll has to be basically their face. And so we follow Emliko, which is the living doll, and she is the servant or the living doll for Kate Shadow. And we basically just follow her first, I don't know, it doesn't actually have a time frame, but we just follow her, Emliko, as she learns how to be a living doll for her shadow. And again, this would be an anime that I would watch. I loved this so much. I could not have chosen better for a first manga to read if I tried. Like, this was exactly the kind of manga that I am into. And now that I've started reading manga, I'm probably going to just try and read all of it. They are really quick. Like, it takes like half an hour to read them. So I understand why people read manga when they're doing reading challenges. But this was just amazing, honestly. I had so much fun reading this. You actually get to see like mistakes that Emliko makes and how they're corrected, and not that anything is like violent or anything. Kate Shadow is actually really quite a nice master, for lack of a better word. But yeah, this was just amazing. I enjoyed this book so much that I have to finish reading. I have to finish reading all of the series now that I've started them, especially because I enjoyed them so much. But yeah, I guess now I'm a manga person. That escalated really quickly, I think. It was a very long-winded way of me saying I love manga. Those are the manga that I have read I will be trying probably a couple more. I don't know if I'll do another video specifically just on manga because I don't know how many people actually read it or are interested in it, but I am definitely now interested in it, and I will absolutely be reading more because yeah, I enjoyed them so much. I'll be, like I said, finishing the series that I've started. I'll be picking up more. I do enjoy, like I said, I really enjoy anime, so it's not a surprise that I also enjoy reading manga, I guess. With that being said, have you read any of these? Do you read manga? And if you do, I would absolutely love to hear your suggestions. If you like what I do here, please like, share, and subscribe. If you got this far into the video, I absolutely appreciate you being here, whether you're old or new. Thank you for watching my videos, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.